Morning. So how to make some serious money? Everybody's waiting for the big payout. You know which company? I don't want to say that, but we have been there. Choking around with little $5, $10. But this is the real big. This is the real. I feel that this is a fast turnover. So, of course, once you have your seed phrase and your password, nobody can get inside your account. You should never screenshot it, write it down. I don't talk. Right, so inside my loop here, I'm showing you how to flip over your loop your money, as they say, right? So of course, let's look and see. Let's just say you wanted to buy $1,000 in cryptex, because cryptex, that's a good 1 second here. I'm just get a cryptex. Okay, so here we are near now. We're going to say, okay, we're trying to make 5,000 US dollars, let's just say, and we have 1,000 USDT, which is 8,800 divided 8,000, 8.6, right? So you have 1,000 USDT, and you leave that for 20 days. It will first make 12, 14, 20 days. So the second one now, you add up your choice here. If you want to put the 1240 back and loop that. I have some people who doing it at $100, and they're just going to loop it and just keep on leaving it, looping it, right? So they have some, and it could have multiple. You can see in my account, I have one. Let's look and see. I have $3 finishing in everything is looping, every center, right? I have $3 finishing. Then I have 100 finishing in 8 days time, 1 hour. 100 finishing in 16 days time, 100 finishing in 17 days time, 126 finishing in 17 days time, 14 finishing in 17 days time. So all these three finishing together, right? And then 60 finishing. So that's 500 USDT, right? And most likely that is gonna, when all these finish together, all of them finish together, plus what I have, I'm going to put 500 US to loop now, and then Saturday, 500 will be looping at all in once instead of separate, right? So here's the thing about it. So let's just say, so you have a $1,000, your $1,000 loop now, and you're going on the second day loop, so you'll have 1537. You can't put 0.6 in, so you just put 1537. Normally you just click on max, because if it's inside your account and you're doing that strategy, then they are 1537. That 1537 will give you 1905. 1907. So now you have 2364. So after the 4th month now, this is 2,364. Right? So we're talking about, and so 4 months from now, that's February 2026. You have enough funds here now to take out $1,000 and to put over into Bitness if the special is still running, right? So you're talking about your capital that you would have been taking out to put into another investment, right? So this is 2364. So I'm going to minus 1,000 from this. So now that is 1364. That you'll be starting back all over. And you'll be taking the next 1 second here. I'm going to just bring up the cryptex now. All right, cryptex is a little sensitive. When you do that one click, you just have to wait until whenever that login button. So it's still logging in, right? All right, so you take a 1,000. Well, it'll be 1,000. It'll be 1,100 because you will have to pay the fee. So let me take out 100 from this. So this is 1264. And I mean, people ask, well, what I do? I show you what I do. I'm not a financial advisor, but I show you how I flipping my money, right? Over. So 1264. That's what I have remaining. From because I took $1,100 off. So remember, I started off with 1,000 US, and that 1,000 US made $2,364. I took 1,100 from off of that, and I now still have my loops going on here. And I'm going to compound, loop this over again, 1264 for 20 days, 1567, 1567, 1567, and loop again, 1943, 1943, and loop again, 2402. Like 3 months. 2403. That's it, 2. Right. At this point here, I could take 1,000 off. So I'm going to take off 1,000. And I could put that now into the DO banking, because I didn't have it at the time. And you know, to really get some of the benefits, you had to be at 1,000 US. Right? Boom. I want to get that, at least to get paid down to 3 levels. 1,000. $250 will give you only 1 level, first level. Right? But 1,000 will give you only more benefits and bonuses too as well. And take 1,000 and put it in the DO banking, right? That Wi-Fi DO banking. And you know, the video we went to the training call last night with Ken, and it was an excellent one, right? So we'll be doing a few of that throughout the day, as the case may be. So now I have 3 streams of income. I took 1 stream of income, which is business, and let that multiply. So we're talking about this is 4 months in to multiply the 1,000. We took out a 1,100 to put into Cryptex. And or you could have taken the $1,100 and put it into Wi-Fi, the DO banking, right? Your choice. The choice is always yours. And then the next 1,000 you're taking out here now, you could put it now into the Cryptex, or the second one. So you took 1,000, and in about 8 months' time, was able to create 2 other streams of income from off of it. Now this one will continue. You continue this one here now, looping, and you could see the potential of just looping this for about another 4 months. So let's loop it. So 143, 1739, 2156, 2673, 3314, 4,109 are going again. 5,05095, 6317, 7833, 9712, 12,000. Right. At this point now, let's be realistic now. You loop this for almost, let's say, so this is now we in October 2025, this the 6th and the 7th, right? So we talk about, this might be about next year, just after the World Cup. You come back from the World Cup, right? And you would have been disciplined in looping this. You're at $12,000 here. You could afford to invest some, diversify your portfolio now. It may have other businesses, or you could add to the other businesses as the case may be. But you took 1,000, took out some money at 400 for 4 months or 420 days, and put it into the refi deal banking or the cryptex. And then the next 4 months you did the same thing. So that's 8 months pass, right? And then the rest of the, this is about eight loops. So we're talking about, we are now in December of 2026, and you have 12,000. Now this is how we talk about freedom. Let's pause a moment to look at your and the reason why I would have done the cryptex first, because cryptex is a medium to long term, right? So I would have speed up the process, right? So let's look at cryptex now. Okay, so at 12,248, I'm saying, you see now it's now starting to move. When it looped there, at that point, you have 14,939. Let's just say you want to take out this $2,800 from this. So you'll be back at 12,000. Let's say we just round it off. $2,900. $2,900 is good money. I don't know when last all you check that out and see, right? $2,900 multiply. Instead we want to get it back to the crypto broker, right? And we want to get cash immediately. That's $23,000. Can you live on $23,000 every single month? Because you're taking back the stuff that you have from here. Oops, let me see, right? You're taking back, or you're just taking out the profit alone. And every single month you have $23,000. So now we're talking about 2027 now. You're paying off all the debt, your major debts one by one. If you had to buy a house, whatever it is, right? You're paying, you're using your decentralized card, right? And now comes the real big hit. Remember that was 2025 when we started, right? And now we into 2027 now. You have to visualize and see yourself. That's what you're talking about. And see yourself, because mad people do the same thing over and over, and they want to be financially free. But you have to do certain things. You have to the art of the long view. You have to go down and see. So every month you now have $23,000, right? From the 1,000 US, right? And you make sure you're disciplined. So this is only one company I'm dealing with. So there's one stream of income that is happening here. But let's look at the Bitness now. So I mean the cryptex now. So this is what 16 contracts looks like. You bought one just to test it out first, and then you say, nothing, I'm going to buy 5. 10. When you buy the 10, you get 5 free. You save $500. So this is since on January 2025, the beginning of January. So this year has 71,000 profits locked. That is already there. It's seen it there. Has not referred anyone, but this year is 71,000 locked. What is still to come out is 483,000. What is seen at the bottom there, 483,840. Right, so a total of 555,000. There's a 3 to 5%, I think, when you're doing the withdrawal, when everything comes out, and you have to either give them a Exodus, MetaMask, Exodus wallet, or atomic wallet or some one of these decentralized wallet, which you are the owner of it 100%. You get accustomed. We're all also practicing going to it. That's the kind of stuff. Setting up the receiving address, sending some from another platform, because this is Bitcoin in and Bitcoin out on that. So you don't know what the value of Bitcoin will be in 2027. So this is a 3-year contract. So this is in January 2028. This is a 3-year contract. So this is 3 years. 2 years will be much less. It will be, I think, if one contract is 21,000, so 15 contracts could be, let's do an average here. 15 contracts. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just calculating for my own self, right? So 21,000 for the 2-year contract by 15 is 315,000. So 315,000 USDT is for the 1,000 USDT plus the fees. So this is 1,100 you put out, and this will turn over in 2 years' time 315. The same 1,000 for 5 years will turn over this amount. Oh, sorry, for 3 years, because it will have 2 years and 3 years in your back office. So you see now, by 2028 now, 2028 January, this will be available to withdraw. So you see, multiple streams of income. You already left your job, like what I did, took early retirement, and enjoying the benefits of it. 5 o'clock in the morning, we have a meeting on now, so I'm going to close off this. Let me just see. We have a 5 o'clock meeting every day, Monday to Thursday. There's meetings on at 5 a.m. in the Darwin community. Let me just pause this for a call. So I'm saying, can you visualize yourself doing that? Can you visualize yourself with that kind of funds in your MetaMask? You have to do the vision. That's the only way moving forward. And of course, you have all the other programs that you're going to click on here, the browser, to bring up the browser, to activate a browser. Inside you will see 5 different companies, and you could, you have PopMax, you have, so all the different companies that the case may be. And so you are creating multiple streams of income from one major. What started it? Bitness. I believe that's a good start. Bitness, and then afterwards going to connect. And in Bitness, the MetaMask account, you can have you could have 221 MetaMask on one account. So just the same way, like I'm going to click here on the top right hand where that guy is, like, it's like Pac-Man, and I could click on manage permissions, and I click on edit accounts, and if I want to go into my wife account, I could select my wife account to update, boom, and then connect. And then it will ask me, do you want to connect to my wife, Carlene? Yes. And I'm inside Carlene's. And then that's how the family strategy starts to build. You have the saving box too as well. Bitness loop. And here we go. And she has one loop in for $100, turning over to make 124. That's it. The next 16 days that'll be available, and she'll be taking the capital plus the profit and start that whole process again. Remember, we did with 1,000. Same process with $100, and just keep taking the profit and the capital and keep looping that. Simple. All right. And then of course she was registered our daughter, and our daughter will be the one who has the big funds in it. And that's how the strategy of the family strategy, and that can be only applied in this program. The other cryptex does not allow that Indian trail, as we call it, placing stacking. It's called stacking. You're not allowed to stack, but in Bitness you're allowed to stack. All right. God bless. I have a 5 o'clock meeting right now.